10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Down, 18 Gator.
Check 56. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, watch this, watch this.
Elliott. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Here's Elliott. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
6-6, pull it high.
Off play action. Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here, one. 6 guys.
Check that.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground game now with Geis. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 21-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a run with Geis. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and get it with Geis. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go, baby. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, look 3, look 3. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Check 4, check 4.
Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. Out to the left here to Reed. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
And it's 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
80 weapons. Get it.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll run with Elliott. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Hit it.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Come on, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Topper. Topper.
SOS.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 39, Haskins, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Check. Watch 54. You get locked.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go heavy.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Could be 4 down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
3rd and inches. Just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready, set, right. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On the crossing route, complete. It's Reed. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Haskins on 1st down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I got one. Check nickel.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, it's Haskins. He's got Thompson here, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's third down.
Right there, 54 miles. Someone got man.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
First down, Washington.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
54.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Geis with the carry on second down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brings up third down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Here's Haskins to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A first down carry by Elliott. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 5.
2nd and 6. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back now in Arlington. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. From the 27, Haskins dancing to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
45. Mike, 45.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
Hit it.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Herbert eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
60 Pittsburgh. Protein spell.
And an alley to run. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Powers through again. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Back to throw. Herbert.
We call that sack fly.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.